What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Assael here. Today I've got a life update video. Some of you guys are like, man, what's Assael been up to? Where's his mind at? What's been going on? And I'm sure some of you guys might have even seen that we are about to raise our prices on May 6, 2025 for our one-on-one mentorship program. There's several reasons for me doing this big change. And at the same time, I'm even gonna make this like a whole life update. You know, over the years, because I've started a business since I was like 19 years old. It's so interesting because yesterday I had a trainer, it was a woman who said, "Oh, you look so young." She was in her 30s. And she sounded very skeptical simply because I have a young face. I'm glad though that I have a young, pretty face. I don't have a problem with it. But she was skeptical because she felt like I was too young. And I said, you know, I know men that are in their 30s, but still play video games. I know men that are 37, 38, but they stay at home and smoke weed and don't do nothing with their lives. I know men that are in their 30s that are still children. Since I was 18 years old, guys, as a matter of fact, since I came out of my mother's womb, it was my mission to be a provider and to be a leader. You know, my parents don't come from being rich. They don't. You know, my parents came from El Salvador, to the land of the free, to the land of opportunity, to work 2 jobs a day, enslaved away for me and my siblings to make it. So naturally, hard work and having to make it was inflicted in me since young, right? So you guys know my whole life story. I worked at McDonald's, went from restaurant job to restaurant job, so I became a personal trainer, took my business online, met several mentors, and scaled my current online coaching company to multiple 6 figures a year, and I am predicting right now that very soon, me and my team are gonna hit $100,000 months through what we do. And it's not just me saying this because of like, oh my God, like he just wants to say it. No, it's because it's predicted, you know? And a big reason for me saying this is because we have discovered the power of paid ads, of paid media, of being able to reach people that are targeted. So you don't have to spend time sending cold DMs. So you don't have to spend time posting 150 different reels a month and praying for you to get clients when things are predicted when you run paid ads. And that's a big shift that's going on right now in the industry is running paid media. It's the #1 way to scale a brand and a personal brand. And it's also been a mission of mine since I was young to hit $100,000 months. So where has my mind been at, Assael? Where have you been at? My mind has been here. But also at the same time, my mind is now very connected to God. I mean, this last 1.5, 2 years, I have dedicated my life to finding Christ as a Catholic man, going to church, reading my Bible. I joined a Bible study that I feel has completely changed my life upside down. And I feel like God has called me for a deeper purpose to help the youth, to help the young men that are lost sheep like Luke chapter 15, and help them find Christ again. And I made it a mission very soon to be a youth leader for the young folks that want to find God, for the people that are lost, just like I was a lost sheep and how I came back to Christ. There's a mission of mine now to spread the gospel, to help out these young men that are lost just like I was. I feel like God has brought me back for that reason. And now even my work is devoted completely to God. So, you know, I got to a point in my life where I said, you know, I don't care about having 50 to 100 team members all over the country and having to manage such a big team. I'd rather have 100K months with a small team that are A players and we all make income and we can all provide for the people we love. And I want a business that revolves around God too. So this is why the past few months I've been working with God-centered trainers, and it's been beautiful. So recently God spoke to me as I was driving, and God said, son, it's time. Son, you're ready. And it's been haunting me for a month already. And I'm not the type of guy to listen and let these thoughts go by. I listen, but I know that it's God speaking to me. God spoke to Noah and so many of the apostles through dreams, through visions. I believe he speaks to us through thought patterns. And I said, you know, God, I'm going to listen to you. And I looked at my life and I said, it's time for me to raise my prices. And it's time for me to work with quality trainers, man, that are serious about building a personal brand, that are serious about building their business, not the people that are worried about spending $100 to $200 a month in their business. Like if you can't even spend $100 to $200 a month in your business, like you need a job, you don't need an online business. And I want to work with trainers that have this mentality, have adopted this mentality already. And I don't care about working with 500 trainers a month. I'd rather work with 10 awesome trainers, me and my team, and we can help every single one of them make a business that can provide for them and their family for years to come. So I realized that my ultimate mission is 100K months, a small team, big profits, every single one of my team members happy and fulfilled with their life. that are all faith driven. And I want to help every single trainer that comes into our community to experience results that they've never been able to experience in no other program. And even if they did leave, that they'd eventually come back and realize that they should have never left in the first place. That's the type of community that I want to build. So I've made a commitment now. A, we're raising our prices. B, I have a mission now to truly spread awareness of the gospel, to help all the men that were lost just like I was, to help them find Christ, because following God is the most beautiful thing that a man could do. For a very long time, I felt a dark hole in my soul, and I found it when I found Jesus. And I feel like a lot of trainers forget that there's a spiritual side to business, that if you align your mission and your goal with God in the center of it, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And I feel like God has been speaking to me, in many, many different ways. I don't want to get emotional, so I'm going to go to the next thing I have here. So, I found over time, guys, that I care about the quality of life. If I have 100 team members, my quality of life will suffer. I mean, there's a verse in the Bible that says, what's the point of wealth if you lose your soul with it? What's the point of wealth if it brings you anxiety? And there's verses in the Bible that have made me question a lot of things. And the quality of life to me is everything. My quality of life is simple. I'd rather focus on making $100,000 a month with a small team and everybody's winning. And B, the quality of life, man. Like, I want to be able to spend time with my nephews. I want to be able to spend time with my family. I want to never miss a birthday. I want to be able to travel and the business still works. Like, I want to be able to go to my brother's wedding, which is next week, and know that our clients are being served at the highest level and that we're still making sales and that the business is still extremely profitable. There's beauty behind that. I've always asked myself, what do I want? I want freedom. And I think a lot of you watching my YouTube video now, that's what you want. You want freedom, right? But you got to ask yourself that question. Like, when you reach certain levels, at least the levels that I'm currently in, there's going to be a level where you don't have no freedom and your whole life is your business. And I can't be a slave to two masters. So I know what me and my team can accomplish. And I ask myself that. It's the quality of life. I recently just met a beautiful young Catholic woman who I feel has a beautiful soul and a beautiful heart, something I prayed for a very long time. And it's also a big reason for me raising my prices. When you meet somebody that really aligns with you, that motivates you, that as soon as you meet them makes you better, that makes you want to become an even more powerful and stronger leader, it makes you want to level up in many areas of life. When you meet the right partner, you start to think about the future. You start to say and ask yourself, if I have children with this woman, if I build a life with this woman, do you want to be slaving away 14 to 16 hours a day for your business? Or would you rather just make $100K a month, work 4 to 6 hours a day in your business, serve at the highest capacity possible, and have amazing people and an amazing team that backs you up, that you can share the wins with? I mean, that's the thing that I ask myself now. And that's where I'm currently at now, is working with quality people. But so many things have changed the way I view things in life. Nowadays, social media disgusts me. I turn on IG and I see a false reality. I see false life. I see people using deception, and deception's actually in the Bible. At the end of the day, life is a spiritual game. It's a spiritual war. When I turn on social media, I see false reality. I see false hope. I see false promises everywhere. And it's just not who I am. It's false. And I think a lot of it is BS. And I feel like God has awoken me to share what it truly means to be a man of leadership, to be a man of morals and integrity. It's not about showing the Lambos and the Rolls Royces. Like, a lot of the people that even flex their relationships on social media are probably the most unhappiest people in the world. A really good life is a private life. A really good life is a life that you spend with family, that you never miss a birthday. A good life is relationships. A good life is following Christ. A good life is having a mission in life. A good life isn't what people portray on social media. It's disgusting nowadays. It's disgusting to see what women are posting on social media. It's disgusting to see how women go dressed nowadays to the gym. It's disgusting to see that people think it's actually funny and entertaining to watch these Twitch streamers post all single day doing the dumbest thing ever and doing drugs and doing alcohol. Like, it's disgusting to see what the world has come to. And I feel like that's why the Lord has awoken me, because he knows that I'm young. He knows that I'm not ugly. He knows that I have a great physique. He knows that I have a strong mind. He knows that I can reach people in ways that they've never been able to be reached before. I believe the Lord has awoken me. And I can tell you for a fact that a lot of you right now watching me don't even probably know what's the purpose in your life. Why are you here? Why has the Lord given you eyes and feet and tongue and the ability to hear and see? Why has he chosen you? Why are you where you are today? And a lot of you guys don't ask yourselves that question. And the Lord has awoken me to share the gospel and to help a lot of you watching my YouTube channel and my Instagram content and my social media to awaken your minds into reality. You know, living like these people on social media is not real life, you know? So again, it goes back to what I say, the quality of life. I want to build my business around people not even like being able to go on social media and post maybe one time a day and just completely get off of it, you know, and that requires systems, that requires operations, that requires help, it requires a team, it requires automation, things that a lot of you trainers never comprehend because you guys are afraid of spending $100 to $200 a month. And I believe I can design my life like that. I can design my life around, like, if I don't want to, I don't even have to hop on IG because my team is going to take care of that. So it goes back to what I say, which is the quality of life, you know, and I have made a choice because I do use social media to reach people and I use social media for business. So I told myself that if I'm going to use social media, I'm going to use it to do good and spread good messages and powerful messages about the Lord and about how trainers can truly scale their business to that next level with God at the center of it. It is my mission. It's why God has chosen me. And, you know, to a lot of people in their eyes, success is something completely different. You know, to some people, success is a Lambo, a Rolls Royce. To me, success is how you wake up in the mornings and the first thought that comes into your mind. Is it stress? Is it anxiety? Like as soon as your eyes open, is that what your mind leads to? Stress and anxiety? Is that the type of life that you want? No, success to me, bro, is waking up in the mornings and having my cup of coffee and knowing that I live a beautiful life, knowing that I have beautiful relationships, knowing that I have a mother and a father that are still alive, knowing that I have a beautiful girlfriend that I can text this morning and let her know that she should have an amazing day because she's in it, because she's in my world now, right? Like a beautiful life is having breakfast in the morning and not tripping nuts. A beautiful life is being able to go pick up my nephews because one of them is sick from school. Like a beautiful life is being able to wake up and say, I can go pick up my kids from school today. Like that to me is a beautiful life, you know, and it's not what social media portrays to be, these Twitch streamers and these IG models. Like everything's a distraction. Everything is meant to distract you and to steer you away. You have to go back to, you know, how this is a spiritual war. Everything is designed to keep you a slave. Everything's designed to keep you a slave mentally and spiritually. And when you can see outside of it, you become an unstoppable force. So listen, you know, my message today is very simple. Ask yourself, why are you here on this planet? Okay. What do you want? All right, it's not what social media wants. What do you want in your life? What do you want for your business? Okay. And also my message today is to increase your prices because life is short, because you should be working with quality clients that care about your time, that care about results, and you should be able to reach the right people, you know, and again, like the only way to do that is to run paid media. Like a lot of you guys are waiting to get clients, praying for clients, posting all day, every single day, doing cold DMs. Like, bro, that was done back in 2018, G. Like you have to revolutionize the way you think. You have to revolutionize the way you do things, okay? Social media, the world is designed for you to lose. That's what I found. It's designed for everybody watching me right now and listening to me, for you to lose. But the moment that you find God, the moment that you start reading the Bible, you will never be the same person ever again. Reading the Bible is dangerous, and it's dangerous because it will change you as a man, but it's dangerous in a good way. Because when a man goes from not being able to control his mind to being able to now have full control of his mind and his thoughts and his thinking, and you start aligning with God, my friend, you become a powerful force. You become, excuse me, maybe I need some water. I was going hard there for a second. You become a powerful force. You become like King David when facing Goliath. It's that simple. It's that simple, okay? So that is my message of the day. That is my life update currently where I'm at. And yeah, man, I want everybody to watch this video, like it, comment, share it with somebody you think could benefit from what I talk about. And I will see you guys on my social media channels. I'll see you guys in my next video. You guys take care.